Welcome to Lead with Clarity. This is a space for leaders who want to grow without losing themselves in the process. Each episode is a short reflection on leadership, influence, and the inner work that shapes how we show up for others. It's not hype, not noise, just clear thinking for the journey of leading well. Today's podcast is entitled Why Action Creates Confidence. Here we go. Confidence is one of the most misunderstood concepts in leadership. Many people assume confidence is something you must feel before you act. The idea is that once you feel certain enough, prepared enough, or fearless enough, then you take the step forward. But if you talk to leaders who have navigated real uncertainty, you will hear a different story. In most cases, confidence does not arrive before action. It develops because of it. There's a simple line from Dale Carnegie that captures this idea clearly. He says, "Action breeds confidence and courage." It's a short sentence, but it reveals something important about how leadership growth actually happens. Early in our careers, we often hesitate. We wait until we feel fully prepared. We want more information, more clarity, or more reassurance that we are making the right decision. Even seasoned leaders feel this tension. A new strategy, a difficult conversation, a decision that will affect a team, a department, or an entire organization. The stakes feel real. And when the stakes are real, hesitation feels reasonable. But here's the pattern many leaders eventually discover. Confidence rarely comes first. Instead, the first responsible action creates the conditions for confidence to grow. Think about the first time you led a project, or the first time you had to make a difficult call with incomplete information. You probably did not feel perfectly confident, but you stepped forward anyway. And when you did, something important happened. You learned. You adapted. You saw that progress was possible even when the path was not perfectly clear. That experience created evidence. Evidence that you could handle more than you originally thought. Evidence that uncertainty did not mean a failure. Evidence that leadership is less about certainty and more about responsible movement. That evidence is where confidence begins to take shape. Over time, the more you act, the more experiences you accumulate. Each step forward builds a deeper belief in your ability to navigate complexity. Confidence is not a personality trait reserved for a select few. It's the result of repeated engagement with challenges. Courage works in much the same way. There's a common misread when people talk about courage. Many imagine courage as the absence of fear or hesitation, but courage rarely looks like that. More often, courage looks like movement while uncertainty is still present. It's the decision to step into a difficult conversation, to present an idea that might be challenged, to take responsibility for a decision when the outcome is not guaranteed. Courage grows with practice. Each time you move forward responsibly, your capacity expands. And the interesting part is that the same pattern applies to the people we lead. Teams take their cues from leaders. If leaders hesitate constantly, waiting for perfect conditions, teams often mirror that hesitation. Progress slows. Innovation stalls. People become cautious about taking initiative. But when leaders demonstrate thoughtful action, something different happens. Movement creates energy. Teams begin to see that progress is possible even in uncertain environments. They feel permission to experiment, learn, contribute. Action signals belief. It tells people that forward motion matters more than waiting for perfection. This does not mean reckless decision-making. Responsible leadership still requires reflection, preparation, and thoughtful judgment. But there's a difference between thoughtful preparation and endless hesitation. At some point, leadership requires movement. And once movement begins, confidence begins to grow. Another important insight here is that confidence is cumulative. It does not appear all at once. It grows through small decisions made consistently over time. A conversation you were hesitant to start. A responsibility you were unsure you were ready for. An initiative you decided to pursue even though the outcome was uncertain. Each one becomes part of your leadership story. Each one reinforces your belief that you can navigate what comes next. Over the years, those small moments compound. And when others observe that pattern, they begin to trust your leadership more deeply. Not because you appear fearless, but because you demonstrate a consistent willingness to step forward responsibly. This is one of the quiet realities of influence. People do not follow confidence alone. They follow evidence of courage in motion. And that courage often begins with a single step. So if you find yourself waiting for confidence before taking action, consider reversing the formula. Ask yourself what the next responsible step might be. Not the perfect step, not the step that eliminates every risk, just the next thoughtful move forward. Because confidence does not always precede leadership. More often, it grows as a result of leadership. And over time, those actions shape both the leader you become and the confidence that others place in you. It's a simple idea, but it has powerful implications. Action breeds confidence and courage. And sometimes the most important leadership decision is simply choosing to begin.